I used to think that summer was pretty much done at the end of July. Like August would start getting cold and that was it. But it's October 8th and there was just a girl in a bikini taking a selfie with her boyfriend. And looks like there's going to be an outdoor party. So summer's here. So I think I need to start revamping my sleep schedule, which is nothing new. But yeah, I went to bed around midnight last night, but I put on a podcast, The Nerdist, to hear how that was. And I listened for the whole hour and it was probably like 1 a.m. I still couldn't sleep. I guess I eventually fell asleep a bit, but then I had set my iPhone, I forgot because it happened yesterday too, I set it for like, oh yeah, go to bed at 10 o'clock, wake up at 7, but I forgot that sets an alarm, so at 7 a.m. the birds chirping alarm went off. I was like, no! I had just finally fallen asleep, so then I turned that off, and I fell asleep for a bit, but then there was like a ding from my phone. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to, I don't know, I haven't turned off the volume, and it was just some stupid Twitter alert or something. So that woke me up twice before I said, dings woke me up a couple of times before I said, hey Siri, go into do not disturb mode. And anyways, I slept until about noon a bit. Now I need to be productive. The bikini girl and her boyfriend are back. I just wanted to show you as proof that I'm not losing my mind. Look at this, October 8th. And it's actually pretty hot out. Well, obviously it's hot out, but yeah. It's hot. I should bust out my bikini and make a sexy video for you guys, right? Am I right? Should I do that? No. Oh, look what they're doing. Oh, come on. Look at this. They're taking pictures for their Instagram. Look at that. Like, he took a picture of her, now she's taking a picture of him. They're trying to, like, get Instagram followers to go and show, look how cool we are. We're in our bathing suits. Look at, he's posing. He's trying to look muscular. He's making his abs squeeze down, which makes them look, like, better. I know that trick, because when I used to be not as fat, I would be like, ugh, I'd sort of like do that a little bit in photos, because it would be like flexing your abs, and you'd look all like ab. But now if I do that, I can't even do it. My fat chest hits my stomach. That response a little while ago when I did that video about trying to fix the audio. People liked my editing tip. So here's another thing I'm trying to do. See, these are old videos that are already on YouTube, but they're still sitting in my projects library. And my 2013 MacBook Pro only has 500 gigs memory, so it's almost full and it keeps warning me. So I need to get some of these old projects off. The older ones I've just been deleting just completely because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Because I didn't have enough memory on the computer to export them as a big file. I didn't realize I could export it directly to an external hard drive, which I just tried and that's working now. So I don't even know if I checked last time. So that's one thing I can do. And the other thing you'll see is when you go to export as file, it gives you a couple of options here. You can do it as high quality, which is 450 megs, or best quality. The best quality option is way bigger, over 6.5 gigs. And I've been Googling it. A lot of people have the same question, is it worth it to do the bigger file size, the best ProRes? One answer said, nah, they're pretty similar. It's hard to tell the difference unless you're doing editing with it later, or if it's a video with a lot of movement like race cars, you might notice the difference. But in general, I think it seems better to just do this because that's a lot of memory and it would take a lot of time even just to export it. Like, I don't want to cheap out. I'd rather buy more external hard drives and put the best quality videos on there so that I have them for posterity, but I think it's a bit overkill to have these giant, it might even be bigger than the original recordings. I'll have to do the math. Like if it's making 20 gig files and the actual footage was only a gig or something, then obviously it's just making things big for no reason. So yeah, that's my little tip. So I guess I wish I had saved my old projects, because some of the projects I just deleted, they're on YouTube, so I could download them from YouTube later, but they'll be kind of smaller files than if I export them as a big file here. But now I can go and I guess if I want, I can delete all the raw footage from those videos. I don't know if I'll spend the time to do that. I mean, I've got a terabyte. No, it's 2 terabytes now, my hard drive, but it's only half full, and I don't need to spend the time going through my entire photos album deleting raw footage. But it's something I could do at some point, or just going on from now, I can delete the raw footage so that I don't have to go through it, and it's easier just to find what I want. Because I don't think I'm ever going to go back into my raw footage from my old videos and then re-edit a new version. Anyway, if you're a YouTube creator or a filmmaker or whatever, let me know if you have any thoughts on the subject, what your system is, And I guess we just need to keep pushing forward and making new videos and stop worrying about storage and old things in the past, right? Right? So this is what I do to make space after the things on YouTube. And it's been on YouTube for a few months. So I delete everything there. That's gone. And then what is this? This is the project media. So I highlight all of that. I two-finger click on all the highlighted footage, and I go delete media from event, and it says this will remove your iMovie, bleh, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, do it. And now it's in there. Now you can see how much memory that was taken up. So this is like 1.5 gigs, another gig. So it's like, I'm not good at math. 2 gigs, 3 gigs. That's like 3 gigs of crap, and then all my little images. And then I'll just delete those from trash. Yay! And I go back to my project library and I sort of highlight that and I click on that and I go delete project. Goodbye. So yeah, you can see I've still got my Costa Rica vlogs from last summer I need to finish. See? But we're making progress. I just deleted a lot of iMovie projects and it still says I only have 4 gigs available on the whole computer. But let's restart the computer and see what happens. So restarting it, now it knows it has 13 gigs available, and I'll have even more when I delete the Randy Zuckerberg files. It kept saying background tasks must be finished. Oh, Mac, you're so hard to work with, but I love you. Now I'm having a bit of a meltdown because I did some research on YouTube and I found an Australian woman talking about how you can save your whole iMovie projects in a new library to another hard drive, and then some guy in a YouTube advice group says he has an 8 terabyte hard drive and he saves all his raw footage on that. And I Google it and I'm like, I could buy like couple of terabytes for $130 or something and then save all my projects, but instead I've been deleting the projects, so now I can't go back and re-edit any of the things I just deleted. So now I'm like all stressed, but I'm gonna go get some groceries now before the grocery store closes. This is how I'm adding excitement to my life. Normally I get the sliced mushrooms, but oops, this is pieces and stems, so you'll never know which little piece you're going to be biting into, so that's very exciting. So I'm going to put that in my chili. God help me.